other lady, you know, she didn't have that many reviews, but her rating was still high. It was still a 4.5 out of 5. So, you know what I'm saying? I went with her and she responded in like 2 seconds. Was like, yes. So I was like, all right, bet. So I called myself trying to be proactive. We driving. The wife was like, let me see the profile. And she looking at the picture, you know, look like some Facebook, Instagram shit. So I was like, yeah, I'd have took a better picture than that if you know, you're supposed to be a professional. But I digress. So we took the dog. You know, this shit said buoying. Unless they didn't extended their lines, nigga, I was all the way over by fucking Jasper's.
They might have, bro.
So that's what Gus said. Gus said they changed it. So technically, all the way up Lotsford, all the way to damn 202 is considered buoy. I didn't know that you know what I'm saying, we had extended land from the island.
They're changing a bunch of names of everything, and I got a addition to the show later on for that too.
Oh, okay, cool. So we dropped the dog off. We pull up, you know what I'm saying? The house looking a little, you know, it's looking a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I mean, you know, the grass was you know, kind of stepped. You know how when it ain't no grass and it's just dirt, that means motherfuckers always standing there. So it's looking real blockish a little bit. It's looking real cornish.
You stupid.
And so I dropped the dog. So I'm knocking on the door, and that's all I hear is just they didn't moving shit around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming, I was like, all right, so maybe the house just isn't clean at the moment. You know what I mean? So the chick came out, young girl.
Yeah, you judgy as fuck. You didn't get in the house,
bro. I didn't even get to go in. So I don't know the rules and regulations of Rover. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So long story short, I gave her the dog, and I was like, so look, this is my first time. So like, do I need to check like, you know, the space? And she was like, nah, you're just supposed to drop the dog off at the door. So I was like, like, yeah, I don't know about that. So I said, all right. So I left, you know what I'm saying? I left, and we had went to the PG County Fair. We had a good little time, but I was low key like, man, is Nugget breathing? Is he okay? You know what I'm saying? Went back to get the dog. You know what I'm saying? I see they have another dog. Apparently, the lady says that she did a Rover like 2 months ago, and the guy dropped his dog off and never came back.
Crazy. So
she's had somebody else's American Bulldog for 2 months, feeding it, all this other shit. I seen the dog. The motherfucker look real strong too. So, and she's got a Cane Corso as well that they sent off to training.
Look at him saying it and enunciating it correctly.
You know,
pronouncing it correctly.
I said it one day. I was like, I feel like I'm the only nigga saying Cane Corso.
No, you're not. Everybody in the fucking world who does not own a Cane Corso calls it a Cane Corso, but it's pronounced.
I'm just gonna call it a Corso because I'm gonna fuck the Connie up at some point. No. So I picked the dog up. Man. So Gus was like, you know, just check his mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's looking all like depressed and shit, that means he just been sitting in the cage the whole time. So I'm like, all right. So he come out, he's hyper as fuck. So I was like, okay, we're good. So, you know, everything was good. I said, okay, you know, I'll be in touch. You know what I mean? So
are you gonna use her again?
No, I'll tell you why. So we roll out, right? And you know, I had to make a couple runs. This is football Sunday, so I'm doing a bunch of shit, pick my uncle up, blah, 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 blah. So next thing you know, when I get home, Nugget done thrown up in the back. Thrown up in the trunk of the Jeep. So I'm like, and then I look, and there's like fucking cranberries and all types of shit that he don't eat, that he done thrown up. So I'm like, all right, well, I only give him dog food and treats. I don't be giving him all that shit, not yet. So I was like, all right, well, that's already a strike against you. And then, you know what I'm saying, he goes out to the bathroom and go to do his thing. He's shitting all types of, he's shitting everything but shit. And I'm like, nah. So we not doing this. We're not doing this. Again, this is my fault.
Maybe he got into some shit.
Most likely got into something. They not paying. I told her, I was like, look, you got shit on the floor. He's gonna put in his mouth. You know, I gave her all the shit that a puppy will do.
Fucking ND, non-disclosure agreement. Told her ass everything up front.
Exactly. So I was like, all right, so I'll do a little bit more research, but no, I can't use Shorty again. I can't. Because he's still, I think probably 3 or 4 bowel movements later, like he's just now kind of getting back to his regular stool, man. I thought this nigga was about to shit a newspaper. Like the fuck, a full Washington Post coming out this nigga's ass.
He was getting everything.